Hello everybody, welcome to a rather wet and windy evening here at Bannister Sports Stadium in Harrow in North London. We're coming today to do a 1500, so a bit of traffic on the way. Feeling a bit nervous about this one actually, but I think that's partly because of the 1500 I did last season when I got round a lap, so I'll see if I can at least finish one. Right, I'm a bit late, so I need to get my number. I'm at 7 and it's now 20 past 6, but in this sort of weather, probably don't want to do too much of a warm-up and be hanging around. Right, let's go and get my number and we'll discuss things later. Okay, my race is a bit early and I thought it was. It's 10 to 7, I thought it was at 7, so that's not going to help. But it's not as windy as I thought, which is one thing. And I forgot my club top, so it's a right shenanigans, but my friend Phil's running at the moment. John, would you do us a favour? Would you just point the camera at Vega? I've just started it recording. Just
right.
need to point it. Obviously.
Okay, I can see what's going on.
Yeah, thanks.
So I stand like this for the rest of the race.
Sorry?
I stand like this for the rest of the race.
Come on, George, let's go.
Like Tim, he might be getting outclassed like I did.
On the other hand, they might have gone out too fast. You never know.
Yeah. He'll reel them in. He's got a plan anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we can have these days. We haven't got the fitness.
And there's also a word called hope.
Get a little bit closer on this. I can get closer in than you because they're not as keen on you.
Go on, Tim. Stick to the plan. People are observing that Tim seems to be limping. I don't think he is, but they've observed that in a lot of his races.
It's his left leg looks a bit odd. I think it may be because it's just landing at a slight angle.
Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim. You've got the plan. Come on, Tim. 2:44. Yeah, some say that he's limping. A lot of people are saying that, yeah. was that for you, Tim?
Windy.
Windy. Yeah. Initial thoughts? Windy.
Windy.
Yeah.
I thought I was already back, but the whole field soon off. I mean,
That was your plan, wasn't it? To come through. Hang back and come through.
just force off to keep up.
You've got to get these early ones under your belt. Can I suggest that run was on a par with my effort just before you?
Yeah. Around this field, on the last lap.
Yeah.
I almost stopped.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So,
Okay. Would it be fair? Do you think Sue will say that we ran like bags of spanners?
Well,
It's windy. It's windy.
I think we're probably discussing is that our expectations are perhaps higher than reality sometimes.
Yeah, I can only take one positive from my run. I went through the first lap in 80 seconds.
Yeah, I mean I was 78 I think at first lap, and then it was like 2:41,
Yeah.
and then I think the third lap, you just like, you know, the wind seems to, when you get tired, the wind seems to get stronger, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And you think, oh, what have you gained on the back straight?
Yeah.
You sort of like didn't make up on it.
And what shoes were you wearing today, Tim?
There's in Victory, which
Nike Zoom Victory, they're the carbon
all
plated
the gear
ones.
and no idea, I think.
No, don't say that.
They
Don't
do
say
feel
that.
quite nice actually, but
Yeah. We'll come back stronger. We'll come back stronger. I'm disappointed, but you know, I'm hoping to be back on the first.
But even when we were doing it properly, we used to have 3-4 meets before you got everyone out, and you need the weather, don't you, as well? I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that was probably worth 2-3 seconds a lap.
Yeah. However, the little ones at the front were motoring.
Well, I think I went from one extreme to the other, not having no confidence to keep up with them, to sort of like deliberately holding back, and then. But I think it would have been just a more painful last lap than I kind of catch up. So,
I would rather have spent the £8 on a bag of crisps.
And Phil didn't go off too quick, I thought.
Did go off?
You didn't go off too quick.
Didn't I? 80 seconds.
Well, in terms of where you were in the field, I mean, you didn't try to keep up the lead.
No, I didn't. I think I ran an 80 and then a 90.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got looked forward to the next race, which would be an 800 metres at Winchester.
Yeah, sometimes you start to think, are we actually wasting our time here? Should we just...
And our money.
I mean, like, I seem to do far better with a marathon these days, at least when you do a sub-3, like you get a load of Q-dots.
But like you say, Tim, there's always hope.
Yeah. Some points are worse, because I did a 5:34 when I was about 12. So how many more years can I avoid doing a 5:34?
I think that might be a personal worst for me.
Well, that's only a 6-minute mile, isn't it? I could do a 6-minute mile.
Never mind.
Never mind.
It's a long drive back to Dorset.
Yeah. Thanks very much to John Falvey from ESM holding the camera. I said to him, if I was out there any longer, he would get frostbite, but never mind. So, just back from a little warm down of 1 mile. I nearly didn't bother actually. I kind of thinking, oh dear. The funny thing is, I actually feel quite fresh now. I feel like almost like that was a warm-up. Well, I have been a few times in my running career where I've literally been to a race and then sort of come home. I feel like I've gone around again. As we like that today, so I think I'm training quite hard. But then, I don't know, these races, it just doesn't seem to be clicking. I mean, it was really, really windy today, and there was a bit on the last lap between like the bell and 300 to go, where I literally felt like I'd stopped. And I said to my friend Phil, I reckon just for that 100 metres alone I lost about 3 seconds. So my time was 5:17.50. It's not my slowest ever time. I think I ran about 5:34 when I was 12 and hadn't done any training, but you're kind of thinking it's almost getting to the point it's getting a bit embarrassing. So here I was doing a sub-3 marathon this time last year, and then, you know, I'm getting beaten by 13-year-old girls in a 1500. It's kind of thinking, oh, what am I doing? it's a bit depressing. And the time today was actually a slower average speed than the 3000 I did here last summer. So yeah, so I don't know, maybe. I mean, I did 18:36 in the 5k last week, which was it's about 35 seconds down, or I was about a year ago. At the start of lockdown, I'm just coming off marathon training. I did an 18-minute time trial, and I remember I did a mile time trial. I think I did. What did I do in that? I can't remember exactly. I have to put it up. It was about 5:30. So in that sense, I suppose today's 1500 wasn't that much different speed. I remember thinking of that mile time trial, I was a bit disappointed with that, because I felt like I was really, really working hard and the time wasn't there. But yeah, so I don't know, I need to go and sit down with the coach, and maybe there's an element also that, you know, I mean, I haven't done any serious track racing now for sort of 15 years, and I'm sort of coming into this off the back of a few sort of like, you know, 10x4 sessions where I was changing my shoes. So I think it was coach said to me that it's all very well, but that's not really doing that in a proper session, is it? So, and I'm still finding it, say, running a 400 in 78 like I did on Saturday, and then just one of them, and I felt like quite tired, and I was almost tying up down the home straight. So you shouldn't really be feeling that in a 400 metre session on the first rep. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was just a bit too ambitious. And today I was actually trying to hold back a bit, and I think the first lap was 81. The problem was that the whole field had got away from me, and there was one other guy who was also an M50, and we sort of chuckled to each other at the start. Everyone had already dropped us. You probably see that in the video. So yeah, I do find this a bit sort of depressing, and kind of thinking, well, put all this effort into my running. I remember, like, when I was younger, you see these old blokes running around thinking, oh, they look so embarrassing. And they're probably kids are now thinking that, who's that guy today? I mean, I got a PB of 3:55, and I probably would have lapped myself today. Yeah, so I don't know. Got an 800 next at Winchester. I was half trying to get another 15 in. I really do think I can break 5 minutes for 1500, and my friend Chris Ness, who's broken my own club M50 record, did a 4:51. And normally, not being sort of big-headed, I can beat him. So yeah, I need to sort of have a bit of time of reflection and see what we need to do. I mean, maybe I'm sort of lacking in the mileage a bit now, because I was doing a steady 50 miles a week, getting a good aerobic fitness for the 5Ks, and I haven't really done much. I'm on about 30-35 for the last sort of month. Today I had a bit of a sort of thigh strain from that treadmill session I did on Tuesday. It didn't affect me in the race, but I just noticed that a bit in the warm down. So yeah, I don't think it really affected me. And there was already the Air Zoom Victory spikes today, which actually felt quite nice, but just felt like I was being blown around. There was an element though of being a bit of all the gear and no idea, having all these good shoes and looking like sort of like a bit of a jogger at the back there. Oh dear. Sometimes you've got to laugh at yourself, haven't you? I mean, I can't say that there's anything wrong today. Yeah, it was windy, but it was the same for everyone else, isn't it? And all these kids did all right. So Phil didn't do much better though, having said that. He did 5:44, but he's a lot older than me. He's almost 60 now, so he's got 5 years on me, more or less. Anyway, so onwards and upwards. We can only do better the next one. The 5K last week was all right, so this one today wasn't so good, but you know, it is so windy. Maybe if the summer ever turns up, it'll be better. So I hope you found this interesting, not too depressing. It's a bit depressing for me, I have to say. But anyway, look forward to seeing the next one then. Bye.